morning. On behalf of Dr. Sanjeev Chopra, Festival Curator, Valley of Words International Literature and Art Festival, Mrs. Rashmi Chopra, Chairperson, Valley of Words Foundation Trust, and Mrs. Jyoti Dhawan, Curator of today's event, I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Miss Eva Ashi Srivasta, members of the jury, Miss Ruby Kumar, Miss Ratna Minocha, and Miss Bharti Nagalia. I also welcome heads of schools, honorable guests, parents, teachers, and dear students. Books are more than a collection of pages. They are an adventure, a lesson, an endearing companion. A book is a celebration of the author's wondrous imagination on paper. We are gathered here today to witness and participate in one such celebration. I request the chief guest and members of the jury to light the lamp. Now I request Mrs. Rashmi Chopra to present the members of the jury with the stalls. It is my proud privilege to introduce our chief guest this morning, Miss Eva Ashi Srivasta. Miss Eva, from IAS batch of 2010, holds a master's degree in geography from Jawaharlal Nehru University, securing the third rank in IAS in her first attempt. She has won many prestigious awards in her field. Miss Eva led the Kosi River Rejuvenation Project as the District Magistrate of Almora from 2017 to 2018 and received several awards for the same, such as Uttarakhand Chief Minister's Award for Excellence in 2019 and Limca Book of Records in 2018. Having recently completed her tenure as the District Magistrate of Tirhi Garhwal, she is presently the Managing Director of Jal Jeevan Mission. A round of applause for Miss Eva Ashi Srivastava. A discerning jury is as imperative as a good performance. Our first member of the jury, Mrs. Ruby Kumar, grew up in the Doon Valley of the 60s, in a clean, green, safe and friendly Dehradun. An alumni of the prestigious Convent of Jesus and Mary Dehradun and Lady Shri Ram College for Women Delhi, Miss Kumar has been a passionate school educator for over 4 decades, with a rich and varied experience in both the Indian and international environments, and in senior leadership roles in private schools in India and the United Arab Emirates. Miss Kumar has been the founder principal of DPSG Dehradun, principal at the Pathways World School, Aravali, Gurgaon, and the Westminster School, Dubai. Miss Kumar was also the headmistress at St. Joseph's Academy, Dehradun, for 9.5 years. As the Assistant Director Education at Global Education Management Systems, a UAE based education provider, she has been directly responsible for several successful startup school projects in India. Besides being adept at the Indian curriculum, ICSE and CBSE, she has the unique distinction of having hands-on experience of the national curriculum for England and the international baccalaureate program. After hanging up her boots recently, she is now enjoying traveling, spending time with the family, and in her garden. A round of applause for ma'am. Miss Ratna Minocha wears many hats: academician, writer, and storyteller. She is the founder principal of Little Flower School, Dehradun, which was established in 1996. She has worked as an announcer with All India Radio in Manipur, Assam, and Nagaland. A prolific writer, her writing style is simple and easy to understand. She is particular about the vocabulary young children should be exposed to. Most of her stories, poems, and articles have a subtle touch of humor. A personal touch is added as she visualizes each illustration in great detail. She has 38 published books to her credit, which include books on course content in English grammar and literature, short stories and poems, some of which have also been translated into Hindi. She excels in writing for children and young adults. Miss Ratna has been on the jury for WOW in the young adult section for the years 2020 and 2021, and she has also moderated author sessions. A round of applause for ma'am. Mrs. Bharti Nagalia hails from an illustrious educational background, wherein her family has been in this field for the last 60 years. She got her love of teaching as a legacy from them and has, in her own right, carved a niche for herself in the same field. She started Sherwood Public School in the year 2000 in Dehradun, and with her initiative and inspiring leadership, today Sherwood is one of the leading elementary schools in town. Ma'am did her schooling from Convent of Jesus and Mary and went on to do her post-graduation in psychology as well as took a bachelor's degree in education. Apart from being passionate about her school, she also has a creative streak, enjoys traveling, and has a strong bond with nature, which reflects in her school and her home. A round of applause for ma'am. Truly enchanting and impactful are those early days when one is beginning to discover fairy tales and dragons, magic and mystery. There is rarely a branch of literature as nurturing, as powerful, and as impactful as children's literature. Valley of Words International Literature and Art Festival introduced this vertical last year with a distinct aim of initiating young children to the joys of reading books. 10 book titles are painstakingly selected from dozens of entries sent to us by publishers around the country. This year, close to 40 publishers sent over 400 books for our 8 verticals. An independent jury then carefully selects 5 books for the shortlist per vertical. Literature for Children segment is now going to deep dive into the world of these book titles through this video presentation. May we have the video, please?
Minnie's First Vote by Shabnam Minwala. Meet Minnie, a grade 6 student. She has a buzzing mind that runs in many directions at once. Minnie has to make a very important decision soon. She has to vote for the school captain. Will she know how to make the right choice and whom to vote for?
Hi everyone, my name is Shabnam Minwala and I'm one of those lucky people who has probably the best job in the world. I write books for children, for small children, medium-sized children and big children. Today I'm going to talk to you about a book called Minnie's First Vote. So Minnie is in grade 6 and she for the first time is going to vote for the school captain. And Minnie is very excited. She knows that she has to make a right decision, a decision that will impact how the school will run for the next year. But Minnie is not very good at making decisions. She's always confused. If she goes to a sweet shop, she can't decide. Gulab jamun or barfi or kaju katli, what should I buy today? And very often she will tell her, Mommy, I'll just go home and decide tomorrow. But that can't be for the school elections. And in the story, so Minnie looks at their posters, she listens to their speeches, she looks at the badges that they give to everyone. And in the story, she keeps asking people, whom should I vote for? And perhaps to me, the most important line in the book and the line that comes 2 or 3 times is everyone, Minnie's brother Arun, Minnie's mother, Minnie's father keep telling her, it is your vote, you have to decide. It is your vote, you choose the person is best. And that is really what Minnie finally does. I do hope all of you enjoyed the book. And I do hope that always when you are making these important choices, you think about it, you weigh the pros and cons, you don't allow the bullies to tell you what to do, you don't allow the little bribes of chocolates and sweets to tell you what to do, but you do it after putting a lot of heart and mind into it. That is advice number 1. Adults have this horrible habit of giving advice. So advice number 2 is, whenever you get a chance, read lots and lots of books, because books are truly magic. They take you all over the world. They take you to different time periods. They take you to magical places. They are the best way that you can travel to places you could never do with a plane ticket. So read, and be careful whenever you vote, country or class, and to every group that you belong to. Thank you and good luck with the competition.
Jamlo Walks by Samina Mishra. This is the story of a young girl Jamlo, a farmhand who must walk 200 kilometers on her own to reach home. While in the same city, children like her sit inside their homes and grumble over how troublesome online classes are. Little Jamlo struggles to make the long, tiring journey alone, with very little food and rest. While bad internet connection is the biggest problem for some, Jamlo walks and walks but doesn't survive. The world needs to be kinder and just and equal. A world where all lives are seen as important.
Hi, I'm Samina Mishra, and I'm very happy to be able to introduce you to my book, Jamlo Walks. Jamlo Walks was written, it came out last year, and it was written during the initial months of the pandemic. When the first lockdown was announced, actually, when we were all at home and we were sort of seeing how the 4 hours notice was simply not enough for so many people who had to leave our cities where they had come to work and they were walking back home. And there were so many stories of people who were having difficulty because all transport had been stopped, and so many people were just walking out of cities on foot. So my story is about Jamlo's walk, but it is also about other children's experiences, because I think the pandemic suffered some kind of loss and some kind of trauma, and for children it has been particularly difficult to be away from everyday life, which means meeting other children, playing, going to school in the regular ways. These last 2 years have been something completely unprecedented. And so I wrote the story in a way to be able to record what this time has been like. And so I hope that Jamlo Walks is a step to remembering that possibility that lies in human beings, to be there, to be in solidarity with each other, and to actually walk towards making the world a better place.
I and I by Mamta Naini. Adya is a happy kid with a lovely dog, Nimki. However, there has been one thing on her mind recently. Her eye is set to return soon from her long stay at the hospital due to a mystery illness. When Adya finally sees Eye, she is delighted. But sadly, a lot has changed. Her mother envelops her in the same warm hug. But where's her lovely hair gone? She even smells different. Read I and I to know what Adya does to feel closer to her mother, so that she could sing happily, I and I, same to same, I and I, same to same.
Hi everyone, my name is Mamta Naini and I am the author of I and I'm very honored that this book has made it to the Children's Books shortlist of Value of Words awards this year. It's a story about a little girl, Adya, and her engagement with what makes her who she is. So Adya actually identifies with her mother, and she takes great pride in the fact that she looks just like her mother. But when that changes because of a disease that her mother has, she has to face a lot of like these physiological, psychological, philosophical questions. And then she comes to an understanding of what makes her who she is. So that's what forms the core of this story, I and I. And I've always been intrigued by the idea of identity and what makes us who we are, what makes us belong to someone or something. So I think that constant quest sort of made its way into the story. And that's what the story is about. So I'm interested in knowing how young readers perceive the story, what they make of it, and how they take it forward beyond the book into a variety of mediums. So I just can't wait to see what they create around this book. So I'm very, very excited to see how they take this idea of I and I forward. Thank you very much.
Bumoni's Banana Trees by Meeta Budoloi. A backyard full of banana trees and a bright and creative problem solver, Bumoni. However, one night, a herd of mighty elephants destroys poor Bumoni's backyard. But clever little Bumoni has a great idea that helps not only her family but also the elephants.
Hello, I'm Meeta Bordoloi. I'm the author of Bumoni's Banana Trees, beautifully illustrated by Mr. Tariq Aziz. My environmental book has the main character as Bumoni, a little girl who lives sustainably with her family on the edges of the Kaziranga National Park. Her backyard is bursting with banana trees, and she can eat all the bananas she wants whenever she wants. But one night, a herd of wild elephants crosses the river and they raid her bananas. They come back night after night, and the family is very worried and upset. But Bumoni comes up with an idea, which they implement, and eventually the elephants stop coming for a while. But Bumoni is still worried. She asks her mother, where will the elephants go now? And she tells her that they may raid their neighbors' fields, the paddies and the sugarcane fields. So Bumoni comes up with another idea. Her idea had been implemented by an NGO called Hatibond, which is to create meal zones for raiding elephants in the areas where the villagers live. So that's about my book. And I got this idea because in my early days, I lived on the periphery of Kaziranga National Park, and I saw these raids firsthand. Now, I'm so happy that the students of Dehradun are going to enhance and bring these contents of the shortlisted books to the children and the communities by doing performances, skits and memes, etc. So good luck to the children and the students. Thank you.
Pinku Shegil Pastry Chef by Vibha Batra. Pinku Shegil is a boy who studies, plays games and goes to shooting practice every day. However, he has a secret. By night, he is a baker of epic proportions. Much to Pinku's dismay, his father wants him to be a shooting champ. Pinku now wants to participate in a big baking contest. Will he be able to convince his family?
Hello, I'm Vibha Batra. I'm the author of Pinku Shegil Pastry Chef, and I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the book. So it's a story of a boy called Pinku, and he wants to become a world-famous pastry chef. His Papaji thinks that boys should not step into the kitchen. They should not cook, they should not bake. Basically, they should not do anything fun. But what to do? And he, not only that, Papaji wants him to become a shooting champion and win many medals in the Olympics. But Pinku's heart is only in baking. Then what happens? The great junior bakeathon comes to town, and Pinku has to participate. So he comes up with a plan with his blabbermouth cousin Tutu, his best friend Manu, and with a girl called Nimrod. Now the story is he going to succeed? Is he going to be able to participate? Or will Papaji catch him red-handed? You have to read Pinku Shegil Pastry Chef to find out. And I also wanted to say thank you so much for doing a wonderful activity around the book. Thank you from Pinku the gang and Vibha Auntie. And I would also like to wish you all the very best. Wish you love, and happiness always.
Respected sir, ma'am, the organizers, Jyoti ma'am, the juries, parents, children and teachers. It was
was wonderful being here, and thank you big thanks to the organizers for inviting me here and making me a part of the creative community of Dehradun. All the children were. I don't have any words because when I was a student, I had a big stage fright. I think I have now also after so many years of being in service. So I congratulate you all, and you are very creative, and I wish that you are always so bright and continue to do things which nourish your mind. So a big thanks to all the participants, big congratulations to all the participants, and as well as the winners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Dr. Sanjeev Chopra to address the gathering.
Thank you so much. All I had to say was it was absolutely delightful, and on behalf of the WOW family, it's a great honor for us that so many schools participated. We'd like to thank the jury members, and we'd like to thank the curator for this event, Jyoti Dhawan, and last but not the least, very smart volunteers. And they did a splendid job. So a round of applause for the WOW volunteers, because WOW is essentially volunteer driven, and all this from making the rangoli to the announcements on the stage and arranging your food packets and seeing that everybody is comfortable, the credit goes to them. So thank you very much. We hope that you can all come to the main festival at the Madhuban Hotel on 12th and 13th of November. It's an open invite festival, so everyone is welcome. Everyone from ages of 4 to 94, and even those below that and above that, everyone is welcome. So we look forward to seeing everybody on the 12th and 13th of November at the Madhuban Hotel, where we have the grand signature event of the Valley of World. Thank you very much.